Coucou. Love. Ça va être...
Let's take that this way so we can see us. Stop. Stop.
Where are we going? Hop, attention les gars.
Go into Pandora.
Quoi?
Le bruit.
Bah, il y a des animaux de Pandora, Lucas, regarde.
Ben oui, hein.
Ouais. Bah, je sais pas.
Je la mets là le long.
À gauche là-bas.
C'est la bouteille de Lucas?
Down with you.
find out on our reserve. That's the same as a bloat. Along the way, we might see some of the more famous and easily recognized animals, like those giraffe you might already be able to see off in the distance. If we're lucky, we might get to see some elephants. If we're really lucky, we might even get to see some lions out here. So we'll just have to head on out and see what we can find. Well, there's one giraffe directly across to our right, and quite a few more giraffe straight ahead of us, spread throughout the trees. Being the tallest land animals, a group of giraffe is quite appropriately known as a tower. They'll reach heights typically around 18 to 20 feet tall when fully grown. I also see some creatures with giant horns in amongst the giraffe. Those would be the Ankole cattle. They're one of the few domesticated animals on our reserve. They're also known as Watusi cattle, for the tribe that first domesticated them. Ooh, over to our left though, just past those vultures, those are African painted dogs. They have a brown, black, and white coloration to their fur. Now, those African painted dogs may look cute and cuddly, but those are no house pets. They are very successful hunters. In fact, their success rate in hunting is actually greater than that of lions. They'll work together as a pack to hunt, and when they catch prey, they're going to make sure their entire pack gets a chance to eat, including the young or old, sick or injured. So come around this curve over to our left are some sable antelope. Those are the ones with the long curved back horns and a nice sharp point. They're very useful tools for defense against predators. Now, on top of a giraffe's head, those two little protrusions are known as ossicones. They're a little different than horns. Now, they're typically going to be covered in skin and fur. They will have them at birth, though they'll be soft at first, then they'll grow rather hard over time, almost like bone. And they'll also use those ossicones in displays of dominance. You might see giraffes doing something called necking, which is banging their necks against one another. You'll use those ossicones as like a hard point to impact with. Now, the Ankole cattle use their horns for something else. That's how they regulate body temperature, different than horns. Now, they're typically going to be covered in skin and fur. They will have them at birth, though they'll be soft at first, and they'll grow rather hard over. Those two little protrusions are known. The Ankole cattle use their horn, and the grayish colored animals out there to our right, those are wildebeest. Now, specifically, that zebra is a Hartman's mountain zebra. You'll see that its stripes do not go around to its underside. It's got a white belly, and it has some other adaptations that make it better suited to mountainous environments, like hooves that are a little bit more narrow, able to navigate rocky terrain. Now, these little springbok out here get their name from the jumping that they do when frightened or excited. They'll do something known as pronking, which is repeatedly springing up into the air about 5 to 6 feet. And they'll do that to help them get some forward momentum. And at full speed, a springbok can reach speeds of around 50 to 60 miles an hour. Puts them in the top 10 fastest land animals. Hello there. Some more wildebeest just crossing over in front of us. Pretty good number of wildebeest out here on the savannah. It's nothing compared to what you might find out in the wild. When migrating, you might see over 1 million wildebeest all migrating together. And they'll sometimes go over 1,000 miles in search of water during periods of drought. Some more wildebeest just crossing over in front of us. Pretty good number of wildebeest out here on the savannah. It's nothing compared to what you might find out in the wild. When migrating, you might see over 1 million wildebeest all migrating together. And they'll sometimes go over 1,000 miles in search of water during periods of drought. Now coming up to an area
Clara, qu'est-ce qu'on n'a pas vu?
sometimes referred to as monkey.
On l'a pas vu?
Occasionally we'll see a group of mandrill monkeys out in that area, though they're a bit on the shy side. And we don't see any of the mandrill monkeys.
Mais vous le voyez là, l'éléphant ou
That
pas?
elephant down there to our right, but
Clara?
there are the mandrill monkeys out and
L'éléphant?
about. Actually, one of the mandrill monkeys has a baby clinging to her underside. Let's see if we can see it. It's kind of behind the rocks right now.
A baby monkey.
But mandrill monkeys have a very distinct blue and red coloration on their faces. That coloration will be much more
Really?
appropriate with the males. There it is. We got that baby on its underside. We got that elephant out there to our right. We're going to head further into elephant territory, see if we can find any more of them. Typically, male elephants are more solitary in nature. Once they reach adolescence, they prefer to be on their own. We'll see if we can find any groups of female elephants. They like to stick together in larger groups, which makes it safer for any little ones that they might have in the group. Of course, any elephants we find out here will be African elephants. One of the differences between the elephant species, despite the continent that they live on, or rather, besides the continent, is the size and shape of their ears. An African elephant's ears
Ça va,
will
Lucas?
be much larger,
C'est bien?
and their shape might remind you of the... Use them for grabbing onto food or sucking up water to bring to their mouths, as well as various social behaviors. And those trunks are incredibly strong. They actually have more muscle groupings in their trunks than we have in our entire human body.
Tiens, on roule dans l'eau, on passe dans l'eau, on passe dans l'eau, regarde.
Over in the pond to our left is a group of flamingos. Now these are greater flamingos. They're the largest of the flamingo species. Also typically the lightest pink in color. They're not born that pink color though. They're actually kind of a grayish white when they're first born. But their diet contains a lot of carotene, and over the course of a couple of years, that carotene gives them the pink color that they're so well known for. Well, we're heading out of elephant territory and over into rhino territory. And we're coming up past this big mud wallow here to our left. And yes, there are 3 rhinos that I can see over there.
Les rhinocéros, Lucas, là-bas.
Now, they like to hang out by the mud because, while they have very thick skin, it's still susceptible to sunburn. So they'll wallow around in the mud and use that as a natural form of sunblock. Now, these are white
Tu vois les Lucas, les rhinocéros, là-bas?
No, they're not white in color. That name comes from the Afrikaans term white, which refers to their wide mouths.
D'accord.
They have very wide mouths, which are perfect for grazing on the tall grass of the savanna.
I think it is a baby.
Now, on that little hill to our left, I see some cheetahs.
Ah oui,
They
le
blend
guépard
in pretty
là-haut,
well
Lucas.
with the leaves on the ground using their spots.
Tu le vois, Lucas,
Now, they
couché?
are the
Là-haut, à l'ombre.
fastest land animals. They can reach speeds of around 60 miles an hour in bursts as little as 3 seconds.
In the back, they're
That's thanks
hiding.
in part to their non-retract. Contains a lot of carrots. They like to hang out by the mud because that's thanks to snoozing away. Yeah, they'll sleep for around 16 to 20 hours out of the day. And they'll do most of
Ah,
their
regarde, il y a la
hunting
lionne
at
aussi au-dessus.
nighttime.
Ouais, j'ai vu, elle est sur la
lion's eyesight during the day is pretty similar to a human's eyesight, but at nighttime it's about 8 times as good as ours. Of a group of lions, it's typically the female lions that are the main hunters for the group. The male lion's responsibility is to defend the territory as well as any cubs that they might have from other predators, including other groups of lions. That's why the male lions have that giant mane of fur around their head and necks. It helps to protect their sensitive head and neck areas in a fight.
Il y a les phacochères, Lucas.
Burrows over here, and out towards the edge of that clearing, there are some
Pumba.
warthogs over there.
Tu le vois, Lucas?
See 3 of them laying down on the ground.
Il y a un peu petit
They have those
Lucas,
4 very sharp
c'est moi qui traite de porc.
snout. If they were to be threatened by a predator, they can back themselves up into a burrow, keeping those 4 razor-sharp tusks exposed.
On m'appelle
Fight off the predator.
Monsieur.
While they are able to dig their own burrows, they prefer to take over the burrows of other animals. Just past
Ah, il y a
the
les
wooden
autruches
stump out
là-bas.
there, I see the bobbing
Elles
heads
mangent.
of some ostriches. Might be able to catch a glimpse of them.
Oh yeah, there they are over there.
Now, those ostriches are the largest species of bird, and while they have wings, they are flightless.
Allez, vas-y.
Peut-être qu'Universal a moins d'affluence. Qui c'est, Clara? Vaiana? Clara?
C'est qui Clara?
Clara? Clara, regarde.
Clara, regarde là.
Clara, regarde-moi.
Clara, regarde là.
Allez, viens.
Viens.
Même collier que Clara.
T'as vu, elle a le même collier.
Ouais, on s'attend.
Clara? C'est qui?
C'est qui que tu vas voir, Clara?
Hello.
Eh oui, t'as la même robe.
Allez, viens.
Salut. Viens.
Oh.
Regarde, regarde. Regarde.
Tu veux faire un câlin? Un hug? Oh.
Tu veux faire un bisou?
Oh yeah.
Vous avez le même?
Quoi? Oh, ça fait du bien, il fait tellement chaud dehors, mon cœur.
Ouais,
On va voler sur les banshees de Avatar, nous?
ouais, toi tu vas être derrière.
Pourquoi moi je suis derrière?
Parce que moi je suis plus petit que toi.
Et
Voilà,
alors?
c'est tout.
Et alors, et moi je peux pas aller devant?
Mais non, parce que t'es trop petit.
Allez, je vais devant.
Non, c'est moi.
Mais je sais même pas s'il y a même pas s'il y a devant et derrière. S'il faut, on sera à côté.
Ben, s'il faut, y a pas. S'il faut, on va être sur les ailes et puis on va tomber la tête la première, t'as envie?
Peut-être, j'espère.
Moi, j'espère pas. Hein.
Et c'est bien les vacances?
Super bien. C'est Rockstar.
C'est quoi?
C'est Rockstar.
C'est quoi? C'est qui dit ça?
Ben, c'est dans un truc de rock.
D'accord. Bon, allez, à tout à l'heure.
Bye.
Let's watch this piece.
Et vous voulez pas me regarder?
Ouh, Clara! C'était bien aujourd'hui?
Oui.
Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait? Les jeux? Et qu'est-ce qu'on a fait d'autre?
L'attraction d'Avatar.
Avatar, d'accord, c'était bien. Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait, Clara? Avatar, oui, c'est bien, bravo.
La
Et-
balade dans Avatar.
Ouais.
Vaiana.
Qu'est-ce que t'as vu Vaiana, toi? Qu'est-ce qu'elle a fait?
Elle a montré un gros cœur.
Oh, le cœur de Tefiti. Et tu lui as fait un bisou? T'étais contente? C'était une bonne journée aujourd'hui,
Ouais.
Clara? C'était une bonne journée aujourd'hui, Clara? Clara, elle a faim, hein? Mais c'est chaud, Clara. C'est chaud? C'est bon?